Hey guys, it's Outlaw here. Now I'm going to bring you another build that should be outlawed. This is episode number 3, and we are going to focus today on my 15 hatch, 15 pool, Zerg versus everything. So, like always, you're going to start off by making drones, see how I'm trying to stack them as efficient as possible to keep mining. And, yeah, you make an overlord at 9 supply. So the next thing I get is my overlord. Kabam! There he goes. Just like that. Easy peasy. Next thing is, continue to drone up. You're going to use that overlord to move on over and scout your opponent's base. I sent my first overlord over here to check out this part of the base. Nothing's going to be there. I'll send my second one up cross positions because those are the only two spawns in this map. There he goes. Now keep droning. Keep droning. Keep droning. And at this point, it's going to be a very economical style. You want to play this build to get you some early pressure into macro. And I'll show you how it works. So, my 15 hatch. I sent my worker down here at 15 supply, or 14 supply. He'll rest at 15. Send another scout, because even though my overlord probably won't make it there in time, just send him cross positions. Once I have 300 minerals, down goes the hatchery. And there he is. Boom. Just like that. So now we've got that hatchery up. Gonna make another drone and send him right over here. I'm gonna send him right in this area. You can select the guy as he's in his cocoon. And the next thing I'm gonna do is, since I'm back at 15 supply, let's put down a spawning pool. Right there. Perfect. So that spawning pool's down. I scout my opponent. Realize, well, he's going gas and 1 rack, so he could go a Hellion expand. This build, still pretty darn viable. Now, continuing to drone up, and now I'm at 17 supply, I will make an overlord. There he is. It's my overlord, and now an extractor. If you time this right, you should have your extractor building halfway through your spawning pool. Or your spawning pool will be halfway done, rather. Now, send my worker back, of course. Just have him mine right here for a bit. And now, what happens next? You drone up. Drone up as much as you can. Just kidding. You actually wait for that spawning pool to finish, build 2 lings, build a queen, and build another queen. And now this is where you drone up again. This time you're going to about 28 supply. And you really want to shoot for 430 on the next timing. At 430, you put down your Roach Warren, because you should be able to afford it by then. See, I should be able to afford a Roach Warren. As you see here, he's only 150. And instead, I spent it on extra drones, when it should have been that Roach Warren. Now, it's important to see what I do with my queens. My queens will, my main queen will put down a creep tumor to connect these 2 bases, and the second queen will do a larva inject. I send my lings out to scout. I want to scout for an expansion, hold Zelnaga Watchtower, and this time, because I realized he didn't expand, it didn't go for that Hellion build, I keep these lings back here, just in case he moves out. Roach Warren did go down a little bit late, but this is at the point where you are at 28 supply and you build a couple overlords. By getting these 2 overlords, you'll find that you should make 7 roaches really quickly as soon as that Roach Warren finishes. Keep hitting those larva injects when possible, and this is when the timing shows up. Let's make 6 roaches and then a 7th roach. Let's see, and then I will rally them all the way out here to hang out with these lings. And the reason I do that is because I want, boom, to do a good style pressure here. 6 minutes, and now 8 roaches are out. So, whoa, 4, 5, 6. Eventually a 7th. So it was only 7 roaches. I see. Keep making sure you hit those larva injects, because I did miss that a little bit. And that was only the major flaws in my macro. Getting speed as soon as they leave, however, is also a good option, because you're going to place a 3rd as this pushes out, as you can see right there. And you're also going to transition into whatever you want. This is a very easy opener to do, and it's not an all-in. It's just a little bit of pressure on your opponent. In this case, I made him not want to expand. and he kind of got thrown off his game. He's like, what is this? A roach all in? I'll just get some good upgrades and I'll be able to beat him. This guy's not that good. But still, here we go. Roach is gonna move up onto this ramp. And I realize this is not a good spot to be. I'm gonna pull him back. Unfortunately, I do lose one roach. But I'm still in a great spot. I'm on 3 bases. He's on 1. I'm gonna keep my lings up here to keep an eye on him. That third's gonna finish, and you probably want to build a queen a little bit beforehand. But that's going like it's going. I put down a baneling nest, and let's just speed through. I'm gonna go ahead and go for speed for my lings. Gonna get banelings, and eventually you'll see I'll get mutas. Speed right on through it, going to ×4. Oh my goodness. Speeding this up, going for lair. Now, here's where I'll slow down again. Because I went for lair, I'm gonna put down extractors. 2 extractors there, 2 extractors there. Mutalisk builds, you need gas. So, gonna go for that. And waiting on my lair. Waiting on my lair. Layer's now done. I've gotten a lot of drones. 47 of them, 48. Starting to get maxed. As you can see, I'm highlighting them all. If you have 3 full rows of drones, you know you're maxed, and you're doing a good job. Eventually, I get speed for my banelings. But I'll also get a spire. 10-minute spire is what you want to go for. You could get it a little bit sooner. But how I execute it ends up paying off. And once that's done, I will show you how to execute this build, how to use Mutalisks, and how to profit most from this build. Now, most of you are saying, but you showed us the build. I did show you my build that I believe should be outlawed. But now, this is just showing you how you can use it to your advantage in the late game. You've got your 3 bases, and right now you're going to see that I am pretty much maxed out. Doing really well. I'm getting my first batch of Mutalisks out really soon here. My spire's done. And you'll see what I do with them as soon as they decide to come out. There we go, 6 of them. Gonna send 6 of them out. As soon as they show up right here, I'll show you what I do. I even built some spine crawlers in the middle. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna select these guys, put them on a hotkey all by themselves. Once all 6 of them are chilling together, 7, 8, I send them all the way up here, and then I attack move over. And I'm gonna kill as many SCVs as I can. Let's follow them. And I'm actually not doing this. You'll see my camera barely even focuses on them. This attack killed some of my overlords, but I want to punish him right back. I might not have any supply room, but he will have plenty because I killed his SCVs. He's got some marines back here, so maybe it's a good idea to leave. All the while, I macroed up some army, and I'm getting some lings, some banes, and I'm getting even more mutas. Gas for my mutas, all the rest of the minerals go to lings and banes. He pushes out, he's got Hellions up front, he's got Marauders in back. But I've got a really large army. And I've got a lot of Mutalisks. So what I actually do is here's how you engage with this army. First off, my overlords got clumped. Don't do that. That was a bit of a mistake. My Zerg's a little rusty. He's got his units coming down here because he doesn't want to attack into these spines. Oh no, he's going to kill another overlord. He actually splits up his army here, and this is where I laugh. You send your lings and your banes to go over the top to attack him here. I should have come through the bottom, because that would have been smarter, because then he'd have to go into my spines. Surround, kill, and then your mutas can fly by and sweep up everything that is left, but nothing's left. And now, just to make this even more brief, I'm going to push out, and it's pretty much a GG. So actually, I'm going to keep this rolling. Just let it keep going, show you that it's all good. And there you go. That was the opening, build, and execution of my 15 hatch, 15 pool. Let me give you a little bit of examples why this build should be outlawed. Number 1, PvT. Terrans love to go reactor Hellions. Getting early Hellions punishes you for going for a lot of lings. You can defend it if you scout it and can appropriately see when those Hellions get in there. You'll need spines and you'll need lings. However, this build allows you to get out early roaches to kill those Hellions, because Hellions don't do that much damage to them, especially with there's 7 of them. Also, if they do expand, they won't be able to do anything absolutely crazy like fast expand or double expand. You'll eradicate them with your roaches. In ZvZ, you will be able to easily defend early aggression with your roaches, allowing you to macro into mutas or hydras depending on how your opponent plays, and you should have a good edge. But ZvP is very interesting because most Protoss want to forge first. Using these roaches, you can basically blindside them. They'll see Hatch first, but when you go into a roach pressure, you'll be able to do a whole lot of damage, at least sniping a forge or a gateway, and maybe even some early units, possibly winning the game. But this also allows you to transition into those deadly ZvP builds that catch Protoss off guard. Those are the big reasons why I think this build should be outlawed, and I'm going to add this video to the collection. I hope you guys get as much success using this build as I have in the past. Other than that, I will see you guys later. Adios.